Hello guys, welcome back to another video, welcome back to my channel and welcome to part 2 series of the 737 MAX crisis. So before we get deep dive into the 737 MAX crisis, so at the end of the previous video, I highlighted on sharing the incident of Alaska Airlines Flight 1282 which suffered a mid-rear exit blowout happened at Portland, Oregon. Now, recently, the NTSB released a preliminary report indicating that the reason of why the mid-rear exit door blew out was due to missing bolts. In another case, when the 737 MAX 9s were grounded, United Airlines discovered the loose bolts on their fleets of 737 MAX 9s. So at least 9 737 MAX 9 planes from United Airlines fleet suffered the same loose bolt failure. It's not only that, NTSB also visited the Boeing's Renton factory and they also showcased a picture showing that there were loose bolts again in the production line at the Renton factory, which I'm showcasing that picture on your video screens. So now NTSB also announced that the investigation will take up to 6 weeks. So I made a decision that until the full investigation is complete, I will show you what actually happened frame by frame with respect to the incident of Alaska Airlines Flight 1282 and who is responsible for all of this. See, initially we knew that Boeing was responsible with the quality check skips, and there was also a dispute building up with Spirit Aero Systems, but well, just like I said, that will be fully revealed at the end of the investigation by NTSB. So I will share you about that video coming soon. First, I would like to give a big shout out to all viewers, subscribers, and most importantly, the aviators around the world who supported my content, highlighting more on about 737 MAX and about its features, and also highlighting about the customers who are operating the 737 MAX. In addition to that, I also highlighted on the 2 fatal accidents, which included a Lion Air flight JT610 and Ethiopian Airlines flight ET302, which heavily impacted on the Boeing's leadership under the CEO Dennis Muilenburg. When Dennis Muilenburg was fired by Boeing and replaced by David Calhoun, who is the new CEO of Boeing, assured that the safety of the 737 MAX was his first priority, and to this day he's facing an extreme pressure from FAA, NTSB, and also from the US Senate, assuring on the 737 MAX's safety and quality checks, which is happening to this day. Now, in addition to this, I would also like to give a big shout out to the viewers who shared their own views in the comment section. So where one who was a commercial pilot who received a type certificate from 737 family to Airbus A320 family, so he openly told that he doesn't want to fly to 737 MAX until the quality and safety is fixed by Boeing. In addition to that, we have another viewer who also commented on a similar incident to 737 MAX, but it's a different type. It's an Airbus A330-300, which belongs to Qantas Flight 72, happened back on October 7, 2008 from Singapore's Changi International Airport to Perth, Australia, which suffered an AOA sensor failure, also known as angle of attack sensor. So this AOA sensor is connected to the Airbus's version of, called them as ADIRU, also known as Air Display Inertial Reference Unit. So it measures how much speed the plane is flying and how much altitude the plane is gaining or descending. So that also suffered the same failure, and miraculously the plane landed safely, but only passengers suffered minor injuries because of the failure of the AOA sensor. So in the meanwhile, in the part 2 series, I will be sharing my views on the discovery of the heating issues on the anti-ice system on board the 737 MAX 7's CFM Leap 1B engines, which was discovered by the FAA under the Emergency Airworthiness Directive. So this Emergency Airworthiness Directive was started in a wake of the Alaska Airlines Flight 1282's incident. So without further ado, let's dive into what actually happened on CFM Leap 1B's anti-ice heating issues. Let's get started. Alright guys, so as you can see on my screen is the shorter variant of the 737 MAX, which is the 737 MAX 7. So according to the FAA, what they discovered is that one of the 737 MAX 7s equipped with CFM Leap 1B engines containing an anti-ice system suffering an overheat issues. Now I will decode what this overheat issue is about. Now in this CFM Leap 1B engine, as you can see on this O-ring of the CFM Leap 1B, so you have three layers. One layer is the carbon fiber reinforced polymer. So rather than using a thermal steel, they used this very efficient carbon fiber reinforced polymer also to improve its fuel efficiency. Second one is the Nomex. The second layer, Nomex, here shows to reduce its engine noise levels, especially near to the fan blades, right? And another one is the corrosive reduction steel, which is the CRS. So that is all embedded into this O-ring of the CFM Leap 1B. Now within this O-ring, they have a small ping device called the anti-ice. So that will ensure whenever you are flying in any colder conditions, pilots will activate the anti-ice switch. So this O-ring will get heated and allows normal air to flow through the engine. Right. Now, when the FAA noticed this issue, they also observed the limitation of the anti-ice system. So usually you compare to other models like 737-800 or 700 series, which are old versions. You do have a dedicated anti-ice system, but the disadvantage is that you don't have a dedicated indicator that the ice is building up either on the engine cowlings or near the wings. So you have to manually look outside and check if the ice is building up. It is the same situation even in the MAX 7, which also triggered the same problem with no indication of whether the ice is building up or not on the engines or in the wings. Now because of this, the FAA has released this Airworthiness Directive. So remember, the FAA introduced this Airworthiness Directive in the wake of the Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 9 incident. Right. Now with this new discovery, this is what the FAA has stated. So it says an unsafe condition exists that requires the immediate adoption of this AD without providing an opportunity for public comments prior to adoption. Now the FAA has found out that the risk of flying this public justifies forwarding notice and prior to adoption of this rule, because operating EAI in dry air for more than 5 minutes during certain environmental and operational conditions can cause overheating of the engine inlet in a barrel beyond the material design limit. So the engine inlet barrel is where I specifically mentioned right here. Okay. Now, in addition to this will lead to a significant failure of the engine inlet barrel and also damage to its engine cowl. So this is what the engine cowl is about. So if this anti-ice system gets overheated, what FAA is trying to address is this will damage the whole, not only the fan blades but also the whole engine cowl, and if not addressed, this could result in departure of the inlet and potential fan cowl failure and departure from the airplane. So that means when this inlet barrel gets failed, the engine fan blades gets broken, and it will directly spread its debris near to the fuselage, which is right here, and the passengers who are sitting right beside the engine may suffer minor injuries, and there have been several incidents also reported with the explosion of the engine cowling. So the FAA here, they also said that the departure of the inlet may also cause fuselage or window damage, potentially resulting the cabin decompression and hazard to window seated passengers aft to the wing, or impact damage to the wing and flight control surfaces, which could result the loss of control of the airplane. So that will also affect the aerodynamic drag and asymmetric lift due to wing blanking. So wing blanking is nothing but because of its external damage on the wing side. All these wings are equipped with hydraulics. So if these hydraulics have failed, that will lead to an asymmetric drag and wing blanking, in the sense you have no capability to control one direction of the plane. So that is what the wing blanking is about. So that will also result in fuel exhaustion on certain flights, and resulting a forceful emergency landing, and majorly leading to injuries to the passengers. So this is a very, very shocking discovery by FAA on this. So once again, this led to another severe pressure from Boeing. Again, they rushed its production, and also without even checking its quality inspections, everything led to from bad to worst case. Now David Calhoun is under intense pressure more than ever compared to the 2018 and 19 incidents of the 737 MAX crashes. This is by far like a tip of an iceberg moment for Boeing, and Airbus is taking the lead again and again when it comes to its quality and brand value by showcasing to the low-cost budget airlines. Now, in the wake of this news, Boeing has finally announced there will be delay of certification of 737 MAX 7 and MAX 10. They also recommended that they would also try to modify the cockpit design of the 737 MAX 7, which includes the alert system for anti-ice buildups, right, both from the wings and also from the engines. So now with these incidents have covered, now there were so many questions rising up in my mind right now, even to the viewers who are watching this video. Do you ever believe on 737 MAX, and will 737 MAX fly again? Well, as of now, the FAA has only authorized the grounded 737 MAX to fly, but when it comes to the newly produced 737 MAXs, I think that may take a long time until the quality checks are finally rectified. Now, 737 MAX is not only operating in both European and American countries, but in our country, India, also operating the 737 MAXs. We have Air India Express, we have Alaska Air, and we have SpiceJet. So majorly, Alaska Air recently secured 150 orders of 737 MAX 8-200s and 737 MAX 10. So they were also one among the customers who ordered the 737 MAX 10s. Now the question once again rising up is, if Boeing cancels the 737 MAX 10, will they provide the refunds to the airlines who have ordered it, or will they shuffle it back to Airbus? But that answer is still not known yet, but some are suggesting that maybe why don't you provide a refund because you canceled the program of the 737 MAX 10 or 737 MAX 7. So the questions is still building up, and Boeing is suffering huge losses, and some of the airlines also now rethinking that we don't rely on the quality of Boeing anymore, because what they used to be is far more different than today when it comes to its leadership. So ultimately, Uh, I must say that leadership was one of the biggest issues, and most importantly, the pressure which they built it upon when it comes to rapid production of these jets. And honestly, personally, as an aviation enthusiast, 737 has been the most popular brand since 1967, when they first launched the 737-200 powered by Pratt & Whitney's JTBD engines, which is by far it's still operational to this day, especially in the African countries. So it's a very rare sight that they still believe the quality of the 737. But like I said previously, the leadership became a major impact of the 737 MAX program. But if you guys are once again asking me, do you believe on 737 MAX coming back to the skies? Well, obviously 737 MAX will come back to the skies, but only thing is, until the quality checks are finally been approved by the FAA and a governing body NTSB also. So NTSB is also investigating other airlines and advising them to provide maintenance checks of all parts, not only on the rear left mid exit doors, but also all components. So this has by far, it went upside down situation for Boeing, but once again it may take time, just similar what happened to the 737 MAX 8 crisis. So this will take another 6 months to get back to normal, and once again trying to believe that okay, we have fixed everything this time, we will follow the protocols and will assure the queries what airlines are facing it. So David Calhoun's leadership view is by far, I felt he is very responsible leader, and he too understand the pain what Boeing is facing right now. And even whatever I'm producing this video, to this day Boeing is still under pressure from the US government, especially from the Congress, whether do they allow the certification of the MAX, especially the MAX 7 and MAX 10s, to continue to fly, or will they allow to produce the new 737 MAX series. It's absolutely difficult stage for Boeing right now. The only thing is they have to fix everything, and once again I'm telling you, it will take a lot of time. And if you say you like to fly 737 MAX, of course I love to fly 737 MAX until the quality checks are fixed. So I'm looking forward for that, and hopefully airlines, especially the low-cost airlines, won't impact this worst-case situation. Alright guys, so this is my analysis and my personal views of what Boeing led to this production of MAX, and also how it impacted on its Boeing leadership. So I hope you love this video, so please like and subscribe to my channel. So if you have any questions to share based on the content of the video what I discussed with you guys, you can ping it in the comment section below. Until then guys, thank you so much for watching this video. So fast flights and soft landings to you.